My name's Coach Jeff Cook. I'm coach of the Hill Country Generals. This is my 7th year as the head coach of the Generals and my 8th year being a part of the Cotton States League. A recently retired public school teacher and coach, 26 and a half years in education, and retired in May, and looking for my next adventure. I've taught a variety of subjects from high school science, anatomy and physiology, earth science, 7th grade science, PE. I've done a wide variety, and I've been a head coach of probably, 8 or 9 different sports. I did football probably 23 of the 26 years. One year I was the head coach of 9 different teams in the same year, back when I was a lot younger. Mostly was head baseball coach and football. I've always played sports. Sports has been a huge part of my life. I grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of older guys. That's all we did was play sports, and they taught me a lot of things. Bill Rosenthal and David Good, these are all older guys that were very influential in me, and they were also, coaches, and so I grew up playing a lot of sports. I have one son that plays. He's going to be a sophomore at East Mississippi. I have 2 daughters. My oldest is a 21-year-old. She'll be a senior at Blue Mountain College. And I have a younger daughter, Caroline, who also works out here. I think she's been called the queen of the Cotton States League. But she does a little bit of everything, and she's going to Mississippi College next year on a full ride academic scholarship. So everybody says she takes after her mom, but we all know that she takes after me. I was a head coach for a long time, and when I moved back from being Columbus, I was doing mostly just football at the school. When we moved back, my parents were getting older, and my father-in-law had just passed away. They lived in Ripley, and we moved back, took a job that was mostly football. Was still coaching with the Team Mississippi in the summer, so I was still involved with baseball. Kind of volunteered some at South Pontotoc. Got a chance to get involved with the college. Volunteer help with Blue Mountain College a lot with recruiting, and just wanted to stay involved. Met a lot of great kids along the way. I think one of the unique things about this is you're just getting to keep following kids. These are kids that are goal-oriented, just like most of the athletes here, and just keep following them and keep watching them. It's just it's in my blood. Just want to be around it. So. Well, I think the biggest thing, the main reason I really got into coaching, I was in physical therapy. I was actually in chemical engineering at the beginning, but it was when I was playing junior college baseball. Just kind of one day, I think I got a calling from God that I was going to be a coach, and my main goal is to help kids if they want to play college baseball. There's no telling how many kids I've helped that I don't even coach. That if they want to find a spot, we'll try to help them. I think a lot of this is what Cotton State is too. There's a lot of high school kids that come here that are uncommitted, or guys that come from JUCO that are looking for a new place. And through the Cotton States, just the Generals, we've helped 15 or 20 kids find a new home or a new place to go in my 8 years, and that's what I love to do. I love to help. Just get kids, a chance, because I loved playing baseball in college. It was a lot of fun, and just the opportunity to have something when they go to college to be a part of. A lot of kids get lost when they get to school, and being in a group with team-oriented goal setting just helps kids succeed in college, I think. I think the philosophy of baseball coaching and coaching in general is you want guys to have a belief in you and be able to respect you, and building a long-lasting relationship. I think that's the whole goal of coaching, because you're only going to coach kids for 3 to 4 years. Or I had a kid that I was in my first 7th grade class the other day. Emailed me and was texting me, and he had an issue with a coach with his kid, and was emailing me. This is a guy I coached 27 years ago. Emailed me and wanted to, coach, what do you think? This is what's going on. How should I handle it? And I was able to kind of walk him through it. And to me, that's what coaching's all about. Being a part of it when a player calls me and says they have a kid, or I'm getting married, to me, building relationships is what coaching's about. It's all about. I've been in one of my players' weddings. That was awesome. And just building the relationships, the lifelong, to me, is what it's all about. Coach Bianco's, I mean, he's been there a long time. He's done an outstanding job. You can't, the record they've got, people that are upset. I mean, everybody gets upset with their coach every now and then, but look where he's at right now. I mean, he's in a super regional again. Coach Bianco treated us really well with Team Mississippi. The last 5 years that we've had it, we did our pre-practice before we left to go. It's always been at Ole Miss, and I've always treated us first class. We've had 2 of his sons went with us, Drew that was at LSU, and his youngest one that was at Louisiana Lafayette. Both went with us, and they've treated us really well. I mean, and Coach Lafferty and Coach Clement have always been great to us, so they're playing really well right now. It'd be hard to bet against them. I think our offensive lineup's probably really good. It's probably the best we've had probably in 3 or 4 years. Pretty solid. We have 9 position guys that are pretty solid. We've got some experienced guys, Caleb Hobson, Pico Townsend, both older guys. Caleb's going to UT Martin, had plenty of other offers to go higher, bigger places. Athletic. He was on Team Mississippi with us, so once he got out of playing senior Legion ball, he was one of the first persons I contacted to play with us. We have Evan Radford from Hoover, Alabama, that was at Southern Miss this past year, is transferring due to just a crowded outfield. Going to a junior college to get a lot of live at bats, and we're really solid. Carson Galt from here in New Albany, that's at East Mississippi, really swung the well last part of the year in college at East Mississippi. He got really hot at the end, hit 3 home runs in 3 consecutive at bats, and pretty well. We got Alex Wilson, who's from Hoover, Alabama, is also Northwest Shoals is coming on. Got both our catchers from East Mississippi last year, David Dickerson and Zach Butler, are both playing here with us, and really great kids. And we got one of the signees, Kay Kennedy, that's from West Lauderdale. It's a historic program, and one thing I've always tried to get were kids that were, number 1, good kids. Number 2, they're going to be here and have fun and respect the game, and it's pretty nice. I mean, I got 2 rules this summer. Play hard when you're in between the lines, and be respectful and be on time. That's pretty much it. These guys have been here playing baseball their whole lives, and a lot of guys, like you said, are in that transition period, either looking for a place or looking for the next place. So they're here to improve and get at bats. I think our pitching's been well. Eli Jackson is another one of our guys that's been here in the league for a long time. He was granted an extra year with medical. He's a grad transfer. He was at Blue Mountain College. He is currently looking for a place. Several D1 schools are talking to him. He's just coming off Tommy John. This past year, he was only able to throw 1 inning during the season, but he's come out here the first 2 games and starting to get back to his old self. He's looked really well. My son, Jackson Cook, has started out really well so far. He's pitched in 3 of the games so far. Jacob Umbers, who's a signee going to Meridian College, has looked really well. We have a kid that hadn't been here yet, Parker Rushing, that's also at East Mississippi. Will be here tomorrow for his first game. And Cameron Matuis is a sophomore at East Mississippi, live arm. Just got to learn. He really wasn't a pitcher in high school. Just kind of transitioned from an infielder to an outfielder to a pitcher, and it's working. I think we have a lot of depth compared to everybody else, but with 4 games in a weekend, it's still tough. We're having to manage some of the guys that pitched in high school that really aren't pitching in college. Might have to pitch every once in a while. In fact, for Game 4, when I sent out our team message this week, was the relief pitcher in the 4th game was Johnny, which is Johnny Holstaff. So, and everybody was kind of funny. So, whoever's left. Yeah, last season we had a good season. We had a good group. I think we finished a couple of games above 500. Which, my goal every summer is to, if we finish above 500, I think we've done what we set out to do. Winning's great. Winning's important, but the number one key is the kids being happy, getting their at bats and getting their innings, because that's what they come here for. And if we finish above 500, I'm very excited and very happy. So, didn't quite, win the, make it to the tournament finals this year, but so far we're looking pretty good so far. Being a coach I was a 5-sport letterman in high school. I went to a school where you didn't have a lot of extra athletes, so everybody played. But I definitely think it's it's going to be helpful for that athlete to play other sports. It's just other things that basketball and football can teach you that's not incorporated in baseball on an everyday thing, but you can see it transition into the sport. I think last year in the round of the 32 of the NFL draft, I believe 75% played more than one sport. Several NFL athletes didn't even play college football. They just played college basketball. And that tight end, that power forward transition to a heck of a tight end. There's been several examples of that. And that's the crazy thing about baseball. You see something that's never happened almost every game. There's plays that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen that play before. To me, this year, watching my son at JUCO, I think I said that about 10 times this year. It's just crazy how the game of baseball is. Baseball is a game of failures. That's the way it is. Life's the same way. There's a lot of times that we're not going to succeed, especially in the first time we attempt something. A person that can hit 3 out of 10 is going to be making $10 million a year. It means he fails 70% of the time. That's insane. Where else in the world if you fail in 70% of the time, are you going to be, make $10 million a year plus have a job? But, that's the thing. I remember telling a kid, that he would get so angry when he struck out. Just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, son, Albert Pujols strikes out. He's the best hitter in the game. It happens. It's baseball. I think the old cliche Ron Polt says, it's baseball. That's the way it is, and that's the way life is. There's a lot of times things don't go our way. I've been through it with coaching situations, and things aren't always fair. And baseball's the same way. Baseball's always going to have a guy that can throw harder than everybody else, somebody that's faster, somebody can hit a home run. It's just the way it is. Now we're going to see what you're made of when you can overcome all those other things. And that's the great thing about baseball. I love watching guys that don't throw 90 miles an hour and get out. Nice job. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hello, baby. Because it's not all about how hard you throw. It's about knowing how to pitch, knowing where to pitch, how to do things like that. And that's the way life is. Not everybody's given the same talents. That's right. It'd be kind of a boring world. But, God gave us all different talents, and we're able to, baseball is one of those that you can use multi different talents, and be successful. And when you put it all together as a team, that's when it's really fun.
It's a new day at MaxxSouth. We are excited to share some great news. In our continued effort to support Mississippi businesses, MaxxSouth is now offering local advertising support. Through high-quality programming, we combine traditional television and premium digital advertising, allowing your multimedia campaign to reach your targeted audience at any time on any device. Call MaxxSouth Media Sales today at 662-701-8628.
Go below. Yeah.
Oh! Get the pass. Pass. I think what makes a good coach is somebody that genuinely cares about the kids. If you don't care about kids and not just about the sport, but if you don't care about their lives, you're not a coach. You might know the X's and O's, but I say all the time, I've been through some issues with some coaches. Yeah, they might have known the X's and O's, but they didn't get what coaching is about. Coaching is about teaching young men, young boys, how to be men, how to be adults, how to be fathers. To me, that's what a coach is. We're supposed to model how to live, how to treat women, how to treat your daughter, how to treat your kids, and that's what a coach is about. That's I was blessed to have a lot of great coaches in my life. I've been around a lot of bad coaches that they were great X's and O's, but they didn't care one bit about the kid as soon as they left the program. I think if you're a true coach, those guys are yours forever. And that's a true coach.
You're so no way.
What I want our guys to take away from this season or playing with us in the general. Number one, we care about them. Number one, we want to see them succeed. Not only in this game of baseball, but in life. Once you play with us, I think that you're a part of us. I'm one of those. If I've coached you for a week, I've coached you forever. Just to me, that's just me. We're just kind of tight like that, and just who I am. I'm going to keep up with you. We had a guy that's playing professional baseball now. We play with the Generals, Houston Parker from South Tillis, playing in the USPBL, and we're texting each other and keeping up with each other, and make sure we retweeting every time his name's mentioned, just to know that we're thinking about him and we care about him. And I'll something's going wrong, I'll have college coaches will just say, hey, check up on my guy, your guy, And that's what I like. The college guys will call and say, hey, how's your guys doing? And that's what it's all about, man. It's just building relationships and know that they've been well taken care of. Do something else besides coaching? Wow. I think some part of me would always be around athletics. It's meant so much to me. I would think maybe more of the business part of it, team building, general manager type stuff would be very interesting, because I still think it's a part of building people's lives and being a part of it. It's a different facet. I think it kind of goes hand in hand. I think to be someone like that, you still got to genuinely care about people and be respectful of them. But man, I think sports would always be a part of who I am, and I think it's a calling that God gave me, and just that I would always do something in sports.